We are now streaming on Twitch. Let's see if the stream works on the Twitch. With streaming and the thing with the stream, gotta refresh the page. We have sound, yay. Alright, and Dementia Radio now, and recording.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast, brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the FuMPCast. It's just me tonight because Luke Ski is off at a storyboard event, mixing and mingling with other storyboard artists. So best of luck, Luke. Hope that pans out for you. We will have pre-recorded interviews coming up later in the show with Steve Goodie and Lauren Mayer. Welcome to episode 804 of the Funny Music Podcast for Thursday, November 13th, 2025. The title of this week's episode is Aggressive Calculator, and I will do my best to work that into the conversation somehow. So, let's do the thing, shall we?
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke failed and didn't show up.
Hey, what? Oh, he's right.
So Luke is off at his event. Let me just make a note of that for the show notes. So what have I been up to? Well, last Sunday, Darren and I went to Six Flags New England, which was always a good time. It was actually their last day of operation for the season. And they, they still had they were still doing the Fright Fest stuff. So they still had the park decorated for Halloween. They really go all out. It's very cool. And the other thing I did over the weekend was I got to be a sound guy on a film set for the first time. A friend of mine from my acting class is doing a short film, and he needed somebody to record sound for the shoot on Saturday. And somebody else involved with the project volunteered me for some reason, basically because he was involved with one of the films I did, and the sound came out good in that film, so he figured I could do it. And like, yeah, I probably can, but I don't know if I should. But I said yes, so I did it. And it was fine. I still have to process the audio and clean it up and send it to him, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll all worked out. We were filming outside at a state park, so we were dealing with wind and nature sounds and stuff like that. And for parts of it, I wasn't able to get too close to the people, so I don't know how much the microphone picked up. We might have to do some, post-production sound effects and stuff. But I think it'll be okay. Other than that, I've just been auditioning and working and trying to get the FuMP Volume 113 done, and just been ridiculously busy, as always, and not feeling all that great either. Past couple of days in particular, I've just been out of it. So, haven't been very productive, which sucks. But that's it for me. Let's get right into some music, shall we? Here is the new one from Lauren Mayer, followed by an interview with her. Here is Tips from Aunty Tifa.
Hello, boys and girls. I'm Aunt Tifa, and thank you for signing up for my feminazi Marxist centrally paid organization. Keeping track of over 7 million hired protesters is hard, so I've set our rules to music. When you march with the George Soros army, you should never be boorish or smarmy. Being part of a paid, crazy liberal mob doesn't mean you behave like an ignorant slob. So to make sure you know what you ought to do, Aunty Tifa has some tips for you. Don't use bad words when you're in a bad mood, just 'cause the president does. Don't eat nothing but Diet Coke and fast food, just 'cause the president does. Don't insult people's looks, okay? The rudeness couldn't be clearer. Though Trump does it so much, you want to say, have you ever looked in a mirror? Don't make jokes about members of an ethnic group just 'cause the president does. Don't post a video of yourself playing with poop just 'cause the president does. And make sure you turn your time cards in so I can pay you from my bottomless purse. Then watch what Trump does if you can stomach it, and always do the reverse.
I am here with Lauren Mayer. How you doing, Lauren?
I'm great. Good to talk to you.
And it's working now. It switched to you, and now it's switching back to me. And then before we
That's
started
because
recording, it was stuck on me, and then it was stuck on her. And
see, devices and computers and technology. I mean, I said something nice to my computer right before you clicked record, and obviously that's what made the difference.
Clearly, that's what did it. Yep.
I know this is way before everybody's time. But there's a writer in the 1920s called Robert Benchley, the father or grandfather of Peter Benchley, who wrote Jaws. But Robert Benchley was a member of the Algonquin Round Table, those writers in the 1920s, like with Dorothy Parker. And he wrote comedy humor pieces. He was an essayist in the New Yorker. And one of his pieces was about all the appliances in his house ganging up on him. In those days, it was a refrigerator and a stove and radio. And, but it was still the same idea that he didn't know any of them worked. And so he decided instead of fighting them, he would be nice to them. And I just always thought of that. So,
well, they always say if you use those AI things, make sure you say please and thank you. So when the AI takes over the world, it sees you as one of the good ones and doesn't kill you.
Exactly. As though we didn't need something else to stress out of.
Yeah, right. So how is Aunty Tifa? I haven't heard from her in a while.
Well, Aunty Tifa, I think, will become a recurring character. It's just I've gotten really, really busy with work, so I haven't had time to write her another song. But for people who don't know what we're referring to, during the No Kings protests, October 18th, a lot of people put up signs saying, I'm Aunty Tifa, or I'm Aunt Tifa, because, of course, there's this made-up fear of this supposed organization called Antifa, which does not exist. Anti-fascism is just being against fascism. And it's like progressivism or conservatism. It's just a philosophy or a way of thinking, but somehow it became this conservative boogeyman. So what I'm loving about this moment in politics, as scary as it is that people are responding with humor.
Yeah.
And that's my whole mission. And not that I'm making myself that important to the resistance, but it is part of what I think we need is, yes, it's terrifying and they're really abusing power, and we can make fun of it because it's also so ridiculous.
It's also one of the few things that works.
Yes.
Making fun of fascists is one of the few things that actually has any effect on them, because it hits them in their ego,
Exactly. And this, especially with this particular branch of fascism, because they aren't evil geniuses. They're just
no, they're really not.
No, and they don't know what they're doing.
That's like the one saving grace, is that
exactly the incompetence.
Trump is old and they're all incompetent.
And that may be Aunty Tifa's next song, which is "Incompetence Will Save the Day." I'm actually thinking of it to the Mighty Mouse, here I am. Incompetence will save the day. And if you laugh at, but the problem is when people get so freaked out, they're terrified and they won't do anything. And so part of why I think so many people showed up to those protests, and again, I don't want to turn the FuMPCast political. We can disagree on strategies, what problems need to be solved, how to go about it, but this is nuts. But the part of why so many people showed up is that the protests were fun, especially in Portland, which is just really, the stuff they're pulling there is just awful. But people are showing up in frog costumes.
Yeah, that frog guy has kind of become like the mascot of the whole No Kings protest.
This is going to air later than our conversation, but recently they acquitted the sandwich guy in D.C. I don't know if you saw that story.
Oh, did they? I saw the trial was happening. I didn't see.
So for people who weren't following it, somebody in D.C. at a protest threw a Subway sandwich wrapped at an ICE agent in full body armor, who claimed that he had been assaulted and the thing exploded and it was traumatic and he was hurt. Well, the photos showed the sandwich fell to the ground fully intact, fully wrapped, and a tiny little bit of mustard got on his bulletproof vest. And so Jean Pirro, who my favorite website, Wonket, refers to as Judge Boxwine, because she's always seeming drunk, she tried to file it as a felony assault charge and couldn't get a grand jury to pass the indictment. So she was able to file it as a misdemeanor, and the jury acquitted really quickly. But what's the best part about it, that's good news, but also all of the coverage was, turns out you can't indict a ham sandwich. Jury, this is the best verdict since sliced bread. Sandwich guy turns out to be a real hero. I mean, just the puns. And so, it's like, look, we can enjoy that. So,
yeah.
And I live in California, and Gavin Newsom's social media presence has been hilarious. Totally
it has. Yeah, I've been watching him troll the president with the same speak, same rhetoric and stuff,
Exactly.
and just turning it around, and it's fabulous.
The best part of it is all the conservative analysts on Fox News who are saying it's really unseemly for a governor of a major state to use social media this way. It's like, do you look at who he's imitating? So that's Aunty Tifa, and that's why I came up with her for the song. Because
are you going to have like a specific look for Aunty Tifa, the character, like certain makeup, certain wig or something like that?
Well, I thought about it for the video, because I did do a video that went with the song, and because I was rushing, I just put my own hair in a bun, and I have, here, this is Aunty Tifa. I had these from a long time ago.
Yes.
If you're just listening to the podcast, I put on some white cat's eye glasses, and that sort of worked. So I may just be, because I'm old, I'm old, so I don't have to put on, I was going to order a granny wig, and I'm old. I can put on granny glasses and a prim and proper. I put on a blouse with a little bow, and that might be Aunty Tifa. So she doesn't have to be. She's just a middle-aged liberal white woman like me.
I think that's all it'll take. And if you just use that same character over and over, it might catch on.
Exactly. And might wear the same thing every time I do her. But there's something about, a lot of actors and, major famous actors will say they don't really get into their character till they get the costume.
Mm-hmm.
And
I heard that in my acting class, actually. We talked about that.
Yeah. Well, because it makes you have a physical sense. And, it's why we like rituals. It helps us really feel the thing that's happening.
Yeah.
So having a bit of a costume, it just, when I put these on, I feel like a different person. So, So, yes, I think Aunty Tifa will be a recurring character. So we'll see.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
I have a couple of shows in San Francisco for people who are there. December 3rd and December 10th, I'm doing my Latkes Schmatkes show at a couple of different Jewish community centers. One I don't think is open to the public, but the one on December 10th is. That's not political. Well, it should be political, but it is songs about what it's like to be Jewish in a world that has made it safe to say Merry Christmas again. So I guess it is political. But that's December 10th at the Jewish Community Center in San Francisco. And then I'm working on some house concerts in D.C. in January, and I don't have the dates yet, but it'll be around MLK weekend. So
all right.
That's what I can plug. And then I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I will finish a new Hanukkah song.
Excellent.
So that's what I'd like to plug. There's no point in plugging albums anymore because nobody buys them. They can just go to Spotify. So I think I've given up. But if anybody wants me to come perform at a house party and you can get me there, I'll do it. And I think we need to laugh. So, and given that I've done a song a week since when did I start? 2012. Geez. I have a lot of songs. So
I was going to say, do you have like a total running tally of how many you've done?
It was over 500 when I hit my 10th anniversary, which was 2022. So another 3 years, only about 700.
Yeah, probably. All right.
So anyway, well, I'll keep them going. So the main thing to plug is check out my, I'm now on Instagram. So Lauren's Comedy Songs on Instagram, and also Jewish Mother Lauren for my Jewish Mother comedy. And then YouTube is Psycho Supermom, because unlike you guys, I didn't do consistent branding. But I put out a song a week, usually on Friday, but this week's song went out on Wednesday because I celebrated Proposition 50, so in California. So yeah, check out my stuff. If you want to, go to my Patreon, that'd be great too.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It was fun to get to talk to you.
You too. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
This is the FuMP.
I was requesting fish heads, roly-poly fish heads. Hello, mother, big fat butterfingers, Irving is dead. Does it come loose flavor on the post of your bed? Well, then don't forget to stay demented. Don't forget to stay demented.
You may have seen the Ramones back in '79. You may have seen Anthrax before they were signed, but I was in the Weird Al Bit Riot Fest. You may have seen the Rolling Stones when they rocked Toad's Place. You may have seen Ozzy take a bat to the face, but I was in the Weird Al Bit Riot Fest.
Oh, everything hurts and I'm dying.
That's the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. TheFUMP.com.
Everything hurts and I'm dying. La-di-da-da-di-da.
Dr. Demento is retiring, and the FuMP is paying tribute.
Thanks for the music, the memories, dementia, and the
Fruits of the Smogberry Trees, the FuMP's tribute to Dr. Demento, is available now as a 2-CD set or digital download.
Great Demento, play my song. Only 19 minutes long. Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads. Trees of smog.
Featuring over 2 hours of music with your favorite FuMP artists paying tribute to Dr. Demento and covering some of his most popular songs.
Dead puppies.
Fruits of the Smogberry Trees, the FuMP's tribute to Dr. Demento, is now available in the store at thefump.com. That's TheFUMP.com. Order your copy now. Like, right now!
Time for funny music news. Something.
In the news, Trevor Strong has a new album out. Trevor Strong, of course, is one of the members of the Arrogant Worms. He has a solo album out on his Bandcamp page, trevorsong1.bandcamp.com. The album is titled Too Many Songs About Cats. What he did was he used some form of aggressive calculator, and he came up with 9. 9 songs about cats. These are songs recorded in his home studio and did not involve the other members of the Arrogant Worms. It is available now as a free download at trevorsong1.bandcamp.com. And the only other news story is I wanted to mention there's a Kickstarter running for a short film that I'm involved in. It's about a college student who gets blackout drunk, and I play one of the campus safety officers who interviews him. The film is called Sideblinded, and they were looking to raise $800, and I believe they've already reached their goal. Let me check. Yes, they're at $925. But if you would like to get in and help support this project, they're basically just raising money for some production costs and festival submission fees. There's 1 day left if you want to get in on it. Go to Kickstarter.com and search for Sideblinded. All right, tour dates. On Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goodie hosting at the Bluebird. Sundays online, 2 Sleeps. The last Sunday of each month on Facebook, Lauren Mayer. Mondays online, Steve Goodie and Brad Tassel at virtualcomedyshow.com. Wednesdays in San Francisco, California, Ben Vicini. On the 14th and 15th in Annapolis, Maryland, Bussy. Oops, I lost my page. On the 15th in Houston, Texas, Consortium of Genius. On the 15th in Staten Island, New York, Devo Spice. On the 15th in Lawrence Township, New Jersey, Carla Ulbrich. On the 16th in Tacoma, Washington, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On the 17th in Portland, Oregon, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On the 18th in Boston, Michigan, Bussy. On the 20th in Bend, Oregon, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On the 20th in Hammond, Hamilton, New Jersey, Carla Ulbrich. And on the 22nd in Astoria, New Jersey, David W. Jacobson. And birthdays today is Dr. Vern from Sci-Fried and Glen Raphael's birthday. Happy birthday, guys. All right, second song of the week is the fourth parody of Leavin' on a Jet Plane that Steve Goodie has done. Here is Land This Damn Plane.
Well, we're cleared to land, runways in sight. Why, hello, Army helicopter. On our right, I'm sure it's fine. Nothing to see here. Or coming from Minnesota, Toronto bound, the freaking plane is upside down. Still, they tell us there is not one thing to fear. Hey, we'll give you 1 billion miles for free. How about a Diet Coke complimentary? No, your luggage still costs $100. There's nothing we can do about that. Don't be ridiculous. Now we're screaming, land this damn plane. Hey, who fired the freaking FAA? Oh, right. I guess I'll drive to Australia.
You are now free to walk or take a bus.
I am here with Steve Goodie. How you doing, Steve?
Oh, hey, Devo. Sorry, I was just coming up with a 36th version of a classic John Denver song. Sorry, I didn't know you were there.
Yes. So this is the only song you parody now these days, right?
Oh, yes. Yes, it just comes so easily.
Well, tell us about this particular version.
You know, it's kind of hard to remember because this came out a little while ago.
Which version was this again?
This is the one. Remember when I think Trump had been in office for like an hour, and a helicopter off to the right of an airplane just, and then another flight I think was coming from Minneapolis going to Montreal, and something terrible happened. Anyway, every time there's an air disaster or a near air disaster, I whip out the John Denver songbook. It only has one song in it.
Yeah. Well, now it has 36 versions of one song in it. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to help the cause.
I might be able to help you here because Leavin' rhymes with Steven. So what you need to do is I'm Steven and I'm writing a parody of this song or something to that effect.
37.
37. There you go.
All right. You get a co-write.
Ah, okay. So yeah, this song is oddly topical again.
Yeah, because it was, and now it isn't again. The air traffic controllers, thanks to the Democrats completely caving, are back to work, and they're all $10,000 richer if they, lick the boots of the dear leader. So I don't even know. I really, really cannot keep up.
Yeah, I can't either. I stopped trying.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying.
So I just realized, you told me you were available at this time, and I'm like, that is oddly close to the virtual comedy show starting.
Right.
So you're
your
like,
point is,
I don't know. I'm like, we got to do this quick because he's probably setting up for the show.
This is how I make sure these things don't run on and on and on.
Yes.
You got somewhere to be. Got to be right here.
You forget you're interviewing with me and not Luke, you see.
Right. That's good. Oh, man. So you've noticed. All right. Now, our sound check for this is 20 minutes away, and the show is another 20 minutes away, so we're fine.
Okay.
And this way, I don't have to turn on the lights and everything twice. We're just ready to go. And I can plug this. Hey, everybody who's tuning into this the day after it happens, or 3 days after it happens. 3
days after it happens. But
right.
you can go back to the YouTube channel and watch.
You absolutely can.
And see what happened. And you can tune in next Monday and see what happens live.
I was just going to say that very thing on Monday, November 17th. Yeah. Or any Monday you want at 9 p.m. Central at virtualcomedyshow.com.
I'm glad you guys are still doing it. It's a fun event.
I'm glad you're glad because we feel pretty stupid.
I don't always get the chance to tune in, but I do enjoy it when I do.
Oh, cool. Carla will be joining us for a little bit tonight, cool. I think. I'm not clear on this. Carla texted me to say Brad didn't have time to write enough jokes, so he asked Carla if she would write some jokes. So she did, and she video recorded herself telling these jokes, and I downloaded the video, and I'm ready to play it. And then Brad says, no, Carla will do them live. And then Carla wrote to say, I may be on a bus, so I don't know if I can do them live. So I don't know what's going to happen. It's wacky.
I guess we'll find out.
I guess we will.
All right, so do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Yes, the virtual comedy show every Monday at 9 p.m. Central. And my, the Weird Al tribute the first Tuesday of every month, so that will be December 2nd here in Nashville at Agave's Mexican restaurant. And you know what we always say, come for the tacos, stay for the tacos.
That's right. You had that big show on your birthday.
I did have the big show on my birthday.
How'd
and
that
survived
go?
It.
How'd that go?
It went fine. It was a very fun show. We had a full house. I had to turn some people away. That was the only bummer of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a small-ish room, and when it's full, and we really don't want the fire department coming in here. So, turning people away, you know what that's like.
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, people coming to my shows just from miles around, and I gotta constantly turn them away. Yeah.
You get a taco truck involved, you might do better.
That's a good point. I may have to
what
do
I
that.
learned. People don't care about funny music, but tacos on Tuesday.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a reason. It's alliterative.
All right, well, happy birthday, and thank you for
very
joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We will catch you next time.
It's a deal. I'm going to go work on song number 37 now.
All right.
We still on? This is stupid.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. Feedback. You know that segment of the show we do about now? Feedback. Feedback.
Forgot to unmute myself. All right, feedback.
For who could ever learn to love a beast?
Father Beast wrote, okay, so now I'm wondering if Steve Goodie is going to put out a mega mix of his jet plane parodies. So am I. I'll have to ask him. And over on YouTube. A-Log!
Oh my god, it's you, not again!
A-Log wrote, I busted my sides over that new song by Psycho Stick. That one's definitely going to be played on the Christmas shows next month. Yes, here too. That's a very good song, and I have it queued up already for when I start the Christmas music on Manic Mondays. We are referring to the song that is apparently pronounced 8, and it's spelled with that AE combination letter and then T. So, all right, that's all the feedback we got. Short show tonight. And
teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. And I have a job. Yeah.
Teasing. Tomorrow's song is by Kerplunk. And Tuesday's song is by a new artist. So you have to wait and see who that is. And Spotify playlist topic. Let me think. We had our first snowfall the other day. Maybe I could do snow. I don't know if there's enough. I mean, there's winter songs. I don't know about snow-specific songs. What else is happening? I'll go with snow or winter-related things and see what I come up with. All right. Lauren Mayer is on YouTube at Psycho Supermom. Steve Goodie is at stevegoodie.com. And that's all she wrote. We will catch you all next time. Too soon for turkey songs. Oh, wait a minute. When is Thanksgiving? It's not next week, right? Yeah, I'll do like Thanksgiving and turkey songs next week. So, all right. Let's get out of here. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice. Luke Ski will be back next week, and other people were here virtually.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at dementiaradio.org and join us in the chat. or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of Fidem Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, shout it to random people on the street, and be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
Please hire me. Please.